Luke Toothaker, class 2025. I played tight end and DN.
Christian Moore, class of 25.
Jeremy Walters, class 2025, middle linebacker.
My name is Julian Boseg.
I just want to know what song Coach McKee played on the way up here for you guys riding together. No, guys, for us, this bowl game is exciting. Coach talked a little about. We're trying to develop a program, so every opportunity we get to go against somebody who's more established than us, has the tradition. We want those matchups. We want to be able to do those things because we want to teach our kids that they have to compete and that they can compete at that level. So we're excited for Friday night. We talked about it this week. Pressure is a privilege. There are a lot of games this first week that really don't mean anything. And for us to be able to line up against a team against Scott County and find out where we're at, it's important to us, and we want to schedule hard. There's been years, we talked about it in 2022, we were 1-4 at one point, but we had played Scott County, we had played Ballard, we had played Woodford, who's really good that year. So we want to challenge ourselves. That way we're built to play in November, and our kids believe in that. They know win, lose, or draw Friday night, we're going to come back to work on Saturday and Sunday and work for week 2. But that's what it's about. And if the first time we challenge ourselves in November, it's not going to end well.
Playing in that environment is obvious. We're just hoping to come out, play our brand of football, play fast, great opponent.
It's going to be a really good game. They're really good at running the ball, so we have to play really physical football.
I can't wait. I'm excited to play a great team that is real physical, and I just can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great opportunity for sure. One of the biggest games in the state. That night in a huge crowd, it's great.
I think as a head coach, logistically, playing at 6 o'clock is tough. So, but, for us, we talk all the time to our kids about overcoming adversity. So having to change the plan, get off our routine, and do things, it's just adversity. So we want to look for them to respond to it. Scott County Schools does a great job of the setup there, though. Everything is handled professionally. From the time you get off the bus, where you're supposed to be, we've got a 10-page email where your bus driver is supposed to park, what gate. So that stuff makes it easy, but just the environment for our kids, that's huge for us. And we want to formulate that as early as we can. I think any time that really good programs get to face each other, there's a mutual respect and understanding of the game. And I know Jim probably feels the same way. We both want to win as bad as anybody, but it's a lesson. There's going to be a lesson in there that's going to serve us somewhere in this season. But being that close is great. Jim's become a friend of mine and become a resource. We talk a lot about football and those kind of things, but having somebody to model what we're doing out there has been good for me starting out being a younger coach. And I know anytime I can call him and ask questions, or he'll randomly call me at 10:30 at night, talk about crazy stuff. But that part of it's good for us as we're trying to put ourselves on the map.
I mean, it's just raises expectations every year. Obviously, the end goal from weightlifting in January is just we're playing for November. It's about getting better each week, and it's a great way to start it.
I think everybody, we're just real hungry. You know what I'm saying? We been to the region championship. We've been to the semifinals, I think, 4 years in a row. 4 years in a row, and I think it's important that everybody's bought in and everybody's focused on one goal is to get over that hump and finally go to Kroger Field.
I know our team has made it to the finals, or not the finals, semifinals every year, but we know the brand of football we can play. We just got to play to that ability we can play to and play hard football.
Coming short in those big games definitely makes you know next season harder in January to your end goal in November.
Kids, that they want to play on the big stage. I think our kids do a good job of understanding what it takes to get there. Last year, when we lost in the semis to Boyle, I had an aha moment. We won the region. It took us, I think the first time we won it in 2020, it had been like 40 years. Last year, after that win, it felt empty. Like you could see the hunger in our kids' eyes. Like that had become the expectation, and they were hungry for more. And then after walking off that field against Boyle County, they still had that fire. They knew they belonged. Just came up short. So that's really fueled these guys this offseason. Talked a lot about having grit. A lot of football you see nowadays is about flash, what color your cleats are and all that stuff. But we want our kids to be gritty and be tough when it matters. So it's really what we focused on this offseason. I think to stay uncomfortable and stay hungry and continue learning and growing is huge. We're all competitors. That's why we coach and play football. But to truly build a program, you're never done. Your work's never done. I was very blessed to work for Chuck Smith, and he talked about after winning the first one, you think you hit the mountaintop, but then you're hungry for the second one. So that drive and that competition to continually get better is what all of us do, and we try to do it the right way. And building a program is hard work. We've got at home right now. We've got 5 games going on today. We're there supporting our youth league, our middle school. Our kids are all there. It's important for us to lay that groundwork to continue the continuity of our program. Coach talked about it, be where your feet are, right? And I made a decision that I thought was the right decision, but seeing the reaction to our kids lets me know how much they're built in and how much bigger football is than a job. Especially as a young coach, you see everybody chasing what's next. But for me, that realization, what next is at Franklin County High School.